Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you got a 3-day weekend like I do coming up, but tomorrow we are racing down in Lodi. So got the car ready all this week. If you guys caught earlier videos, I've been working on making sure we had our longer wheel studs in, as you can see here, and these were kind of a pain, but it's all done. Ran into issues on the rotors. The seals on the back were bad, so I had to track some of those down. And then these are aftermarket rotors, so the stock Fox body ones were a pain to get pressed in, so I had to do a couple times. It took me a couple days to get that. And then of course on the rears, I had to disassemble the drum brakes and take the wheel cylinder off the backing plate to slide the lug through, and of course putting all that back together. The wheel cylinders were leaking, so replaced those. Anyway, got that all back together. It's all good. Got the longer wheel studs on there, so we're good to go there. So anyway, got everything loaded up in the truck. All my tools and everything are in the truck ready to go for tomorrow. I'm not going to load the car on the trailer tonight because it's going to get down to like 36 degrees, and I don't have antifreeze in this for racing, so that's a little too close to freezing to have this sitting out back on the trailer overnight. So I'm just going to load it in the morning and head out and go from there. So we've got all our cameras charged up, got the tools loaded up, got the draggy in the car. There is no time slips at this event. This is just like a grudge race thing, but I got my draggy, so we'll get pretty close to see where we're at. But nonetheless, guys, we're all set, loaded up, except for the car on the trailer. I'm gonna do that in the morning, and we'll head down to Lodi and make some passes with the new setup. 349, 11 to 1. Changes from last time, or of course we carb swapped it. So we got a Holley 750 on there. We got a Trickflow R single plane that's not ported. It'd been milled to match line up the ports on the head, but none of the runners or the plenum or anything's ported, so that's bone stock. So we'll see how that performs. A Holley 750 double pumper with annular discharge nozzles. I've got 68 jets in the front with a 6.5 power valve, and I've got 72 jets in the back. There's a 4-jet spread from the front to the back. So that's what we got. And of course, I've got all my jets with me if we need to make a change at the track. Other than that, let's see, we switched from hydraulic rollers to solid rollers, and that is solid rollers on a hydraulic roller cam, which we have the Trickflow Stage 4 cam in there, with Morel solid rollers. And the only thing I switched to a little bit heavier spring pressure from 140 on the seat to 150, and I switched from tool steel to titanium retainers. And then we also took out the from the TKO faceplated TKO 600, and now we're trying out this TKX, but that's synchronized because I'm not going to be able to race the car as much. So this is a more set up for a street transmission. But we'll see what we can do. I was never really good at power shifting anyway, but we'll see if it hurts our times. We went from the stock aluminum bell housing to the QuickTime, so we're SFI approved. And we went from a ProMotion single disc clutch. That was the yellow pressure plate high rev. It's supposed to be good for 600 horsepower, and I have no way to tell, but it was a dual friction disc and their yellow pressure plate. And now we have a McLeod RXT twin disc in here. So those are the changes. Transmission, yeah. And then we just kind of cleaned up the, last year we spun a rod bearing, so it tore everything down and freshened everything up, but it's the same. It's a Wiseco pistons. It is a different crank. It's a Summit stroker crank from a Scat. And then it is better rods. It's some Summit rods with better ARP rod bolts. They're a little beefier, but it's still a 349 cubic inch. A 40 over. It's a 40 over 302 block with a 3.4 stroke. So that's the main difference. It really is the carb swap. And we went from stock ignition. I have a Pertronix box, but it still has 2-step and it has a rev limiter and all that kind of stuff. So all of that will be the same. I've got the 2-step set at 5,000 to start. We'll see where we're at there. And then we did, yeah, last time we had the like the Summit aluminum stars, and then I picked up the Weld RTS forged wheels, but they're the same size. All the tire sizes are the same. These are, 15 by, skinnies up front, and then these Hoosiers in the back. These are my QuickTime Pros that I had. They are 1 inch taller than the Hoosier D06s I had on the other rims. So these are a 27 by 10, and the Hoosier, the other ones are 26 by 10. So I've had good luck with both of them, so I don't mind running the QuickTime Pros. We'll see how they do. They are a couple years old, where my other Hoosiers over here are, yeah, these guys right there. Those are only about a year old, but I think there's still a lot of life left in these, and we'll give them a shot tomorrow. All right, guys, we'll catch up with you at the track.